Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see everyone. Hope you're ready for spring break. We wanted to come on quickly before heading off for like 10 days almost to talk about IXL, specifically around science. I know that some of you have now started in social studies, which is probably very exciting for you to have in
all of them have shared. They're very excited about
so
IXL.
We're excited to have you start the science piece to get ready for NGSS. I'm sure you're aware that as testing time rolls around, you are taking an NGSS exam that is cumulative, which means it is material that you learned in 6th grade, in 7th grade, and in 8th grade. So it's all that stuff over 3 years. And at the end of 6th grade or in the end of 7th grade, you don't take a science test. So we designed an IXL challenge to help you review some of that stuff specifically from 6th grade and 7th grade. Our last IXL challenge was really around stuff that you are currently doing in 8th grade science right now. You're going to notice when I share my screen in a minute that some of the things that you see pop up, you're like, wow, I remember that from 6th grade science, or I remember that from 7th grade science. So teachers are going to share a website with you that looks like this. It's the NGSS IXL competition.
Can I just jump in for a second?
This upload proof here.
Can I just jump in for a second?
That link will be accessible 2 ways. Number one, it will be accessible. Hold on, I'm got to share. It will be accessible on.
Can I jump in for a second? Can I jump in
website,
for a second?
And it will be accessible probably through your Science Google Classroom.
Can anyone hear?
On that website, it's going to ask you to upload proof. So if you remember from the last time. Oh, I'm talking about it. It's not even there. Sorry. I'm navigating like 4 screens and a ViewSonic at one time. So bear with me. This IXL competition website, again, accessible from the West Rocks website under for students and from your Science Google Classroom. The proof that you need for this challenge is very similar to the last one. In order for you to complete one of the tasks, you have to have that 80% proficiency or higher. Again, that marks you as mastering the task. So if you don't have an 80% or higher, you can try it again, but you're not going to be putting up the proof until you have it. Sorry, I turned volume down. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm in a classroom.
Yep. So just wanted to just jump in quickly. I know Dr. Golding was giving some of the directions. Thank you, Ms. Chauvin. Lots happening. The NGSS, sometimes we use that term. I know some people are familiar with it. Some people aren't. I put it in there. It's next generation science standards. So I know Dr. Golding was sharing a little bit around 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science. So you might have be able to make that connection. But that NGSS test is a big one. And I just wanted to support what Dr. Golding said in the beginning. You're gonna start goal setting in your ELA classes, in your math classes, just like you did last year as you approach Smarter Balance. And this next generation science standards test, this NGSS test, is for 8th grade only, just like you took it in 5th grade. This is really important to prepare for and do the best you can, because not only do you want to represent your own application of knowledge problem solving and do the best you can, it also does impact 9th grade. So there's an opportunity to take biology, some of the other sciences. And I know some of the class placements have been tentatively made, but we do want to make sure that we are not only trying our best on the day of, but we are doing what we can to prepare, just like not necessarily studying, but practicing those skills, especially if we have gaps in it, to make sure that when we do take it in May, we are ready, prepared, and filling in all those gaps so it doesn't impact negatively, and it has a positive impact in our 9th grade science class. Golding, you want to go through the website?
Sure. I'm sorry. There's like a lag in here. Also hard to hear. We're doing the best we can. This website, again, is there for you to use to upload the proof that you've completed one of the IXL tasks. There are 30 of them. So if you could see here, I have a drop-down menu, and I hope that that's visible to you on the Panther News right now. It's a pop-up on mine, but they're aligned with the letters that you commonly see in IXL. So for A, atoms and chemical elements, and you notice there's A2, chemical formulas and models. So you know that that A section is probably something about chemistry. And you'll see probably close to almost one thing per each letter of the alphabet. But these 30 tasks are what the science teachers kind of identified as what you covered in 6th and 7th grade and what would be essential for you to review prior to taking that 3 years material test, that big test in May. So the first thing you're going to do, and I'm going to model as using myself, I'm going to pretend that I'm in Miss Powell's 2-3 class. And when I put my student ID number in, my name pops up. So you could see I have a name in here. That's my fake student ID number. If I had just completed what atoms and chemical elements are in IXL and I got an 80% or higher, I would choose that skill. And then I would take a moment to upload a screenshot. I am going to pick something on my computer that is not IXL. It's something from The Little Mermaid. You see it pop up there. And then I'm going to submit it for review. Once a student submits it, success, your teacher will sign off on it soon. So myself and the science teachers are going to be able to go in, check that it actually matches the one you said it did and that you got 80%, and then approve it. If at any point in time you want to know how you're doing and where you are, you can go over to the progress tab right here where it says student tracker. And if I put my student ID that I made up today, it pops up with my name. I didn't have any of the 30 verified yet. I'm waiting for my teacher to review what are atoms and chemical elements. And then maybe I submitted A2, this chemical formulas and models, but maybe my score wasn't the 80%. So my teacher kicked that back to me and it's marked red because I need to resubmit it. So again, this is kind of to keep you on track yourself. It's linked to your student number, and then the teachers will go in and approve and do everything for you. Why should you do this? Why is this important? Well, again, 6th grade was a long time ago. If it seems like a long time for me that you guys were in 6th grade, it probably seems like millions of years ago to you. I think you will notice, and many of you have expressed this throughout the year, you knew when you did inner orbit, when you did IXL in math, when you did all that practice stuff, you knew that the practice made you feel more confident with the tests, the material, the project. These activities or these 30 tasks are really designed to make you feel confident going into that next generation science test at the end of May. On the flip side, there's always some fun element involved too. You are going to have checkpoints along the way. So when we come back from break that first Friday, if you have 5 of the 30 verified, you will get something at lunch. There'll be different prizes and checkpoints along the way. And if you have verified, and I don't know the final number, I think our final number was 24. If you have verified 24 out of 30 by the time the test rolls around and is finished, you will get to come to a special event after NGSS testing. So a special event somewhere in the building, we'll have some fun activity. That is if you make 24 of the 30 tasks completed and they're verified by your teacher. So we will talk more after the break really about the contest piece and the challenge and the prizes and all this stuff. But the reason I really wanted to get on today and talk to all of you about this is because some of you will have some time or some free time maybe during your spring break where you could get a jump start on doing some for science. And quite honestly, it shouldn't be just science you're working on. You should be doing some of your other subjects, but you can get 1 or 2 or maybe even more of those from the drop-down menu done for science. So we're really excited about offering this for you. I know it's a new way to demonstrate there's an added level of responsibility. You may be completing them in IXL, but unless you do the piece of taking a screenshot and uploading them, you will not get the credit. So if you need help with that, there's going to be like a little cheat sheet guide, how to take a screenshot, how to upload it, that your teachers will share on Google Classroom, and we'll have it there as a reference for you. And this information will be shared with your families over this weekend on Parent Square so that they can support you at home if need be. Dr. Reynolds, did I miss anything?
No, just a couple things. The difference for some, we did a IXL challenge, if you remember, last year for science. The really significant difference is this is you're working on the standards that are aligned to fill in the gaps that we have along the way. Some of our classrooms actually drop down, or we're able to do some of our elementary standards or below in some of those IXL challenges. So these are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade standards and skills that you should have been exposed to. So some of you will be good at them and remember them and be able to apply, and some you'll need to practice, just like maybe in math, fractions is hard. So just understand that some are going to become pretty easy to you, and some are going to be a little bit more challenging, and you got to make sure you practice, because that's how we prepare really for the end of the year. And you want to be successful students, not only in this test and beyond. And science is fun, so really try your best. The other piece is just be patient with your teachers. Sometimes when you upload a screenshot and it needs to be verified, the teachers maybe aren't checking it 24/7. So you just want to make sure that we're patient and give them some grace and time. And over the course of however long that takes, they'll be able to verify it. We'll work through it together in order to make sure that people are recognized for the checkpoints, and then be able to celebrate if you did accomplish those goals. But lots of fun. It is supposed to be fun. It is supposed to make practice a little bit different. And it will be posted on our website at some point soon.
Yes, under for students. And then what I will do today too is the teachers have the link. They can put it on their individual science Google Classrooms, but I will also put it on the 8th grade Google Classroom, because I know I'm reading the comments, because of the way I'm sharing my screen, the drop downs don't pop up when I'm sharing my screen the way I am on Panther News, but you can play around with it and see. It's very easy. And the labels in the drop down, the title of the IXL challenge matches exactly to what you will see on your IXL screen. And I think some of the teachers even went in and starred the ones so that they should pop up in your to-do list on IXL.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck to everyone. Enjoy your break, and we'll see you when you get back. Bye, everybody.